Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video we are going to be continuing with the mini kitchen that was requested by a subscriber, and today we are going to be making the mini freezer. Now in previous videos I've done the mini stove. I also done the mini refrigerator with the doors that open and the drawer that pulls out. So in today's video I am going to do the miniature freezer, and in other videos I am going to continue on with the mini series where I will be making a microwave, a mini dishwasher, also the mini kitchen sink with the cabinets and cupboard, also requested by a subscriber. So I'm going to be doing a video for each item that I make, and once again today's video we're going to be making the mini freezer. And all you need for this project is you're going to need cardboard, scissors, hot glue, glue sticks, and that's it, and a ruler if you want to take some measurements. And also, if you want to make the inside of your freezer look like it has ice in it, like, you know, like a freezer, you're going to need, I will be using the fake snow in Mod Podge just to help it stick. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can just get right into the video. So yeah, once again, this is a pretty quick and simple craft. All you're going to be making is a box. Literally, that's it. I've already cut my pieces of cardboard out and I took measurements. So you're going to have two pieces for the front and the back, and both pieces are going to be exactly 6.5 inches long. But that also depends on whatever size you want to make yours. You could make yours smaller, you could make it bigger. So your measurements are going to determine how big or how small you want it. Also, you're going to need two pieces for the sides. And mine are 3.5 inches. And you're going to need two of those. And then we're going to need a piece for the back. And I didn't take a measurement for this because I'm going to put the freezer together first and then put the lid on. Also, you're going to need a red and green bead and a piece of a skinny stick or popsicle stick or whatever you have on hand. And now we're just going to go ahead and glue everything together. So this is going to be our back piece and this is going to be our side piece. So we're just going to go ahead and glue together. So you're just going to take some glue, and we're going to put it directly on, and we're going to go ahead and you're going to get as close to the edge as possible. I'm just going to wipe away any extra glue, and I'm just going to hold this here and let it dry. And it won't take long to dry. Hot glue dries very fast. I'm just going to hold that here a bit. Now we're going to move on to the other side. So now we're just going to go ahead and glue our other side down. So just going to grab some hot glue. You're just going to put a layer on. And then we're just, again, we're going to go ahead and get close to the edge as possible, and then we're just going to hold this here and we're going to let this dry. And I'm just making sure everything is lined up so when I put my other piece on, it'll be ready to go. Now that we have both our side pieces on, we're going to go ahead and put our front top on, just like this. And I'm just going to go ahead, put some hot glue here, Go ahead and put some on the other side. We're going to grab our top and we're just going to stick it on. We're going to hold that here. We're going to let that dry. Now, while that's drying, you're going to take another piece of cardboard, and this is going to be the bottom. So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to glue this down, and then we're just going to cut off the extra. So turn it over, and we're just going to go ahead and put some hot glue all the way across. This is a pretty quick and fun little craft. Don't really take much. You don't really have to go out and buy anything. And this is why I like doing crafts like this, because you don't have to always run out and buy supplies. This is boxes and glue sticks is probably something we all have just laying around our house. I know I have tons of boxes. I don't like really throw away the boxes because I know I can always do something with them. So we're just going to hold this down and let this dry a bit. And once it's dry, we're going to go ahead and cut off the extra. So I'm just going to hold this here. And I'm just going to go on the bottom and just put a little bit of extra glue just for extra support to make sure that it holds and that it's not going anywhere. So now that we have this glued down, we're going to go ahead and just cut off the extra. Because we basically just want to make sure that our bottom is closed in. Now I'm just going to turn this around so I can cut the other side. And then we just got a little bit right here to trim up. And that's it. So right now this is the base of your refrigerator or your freezer. And I got a sticker in mine. And I'm just going to go ahead and peel it off. And you don't have to because you're going to spray paint this anyway. So I'm just going to leave mine in. But as you can see, we have a little box. So this is what we have. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take a piece of cardboard, and this is going to be the lid. So basically now I'm just going to go ahead and just trim it up a bit. So I'm just going to hold this like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and just cut some of this off. I'm going to bring it back. And I'm just cleaning up my ends a bit. Okay. Now turn it over. You're going to take a measurement. And I'm just going to bring this over here. I am going to take my pencil. And I am as close to the edge as I can get. And I'm just going to go ahead, take my pencil, and we're just going to cut off a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and trace here because I know this way I know about how much to cut off. And that's fine over here. And then we're going to go ahead and go in the back. So I'm going to go ahead. I marked here. And we're just going to go ahead and cut it out. And then I'm just going to cut a bit here. So now we bring our lid back. And I'm just going to trim it up a bit more. You're going to set this right on top. So this is what it should be looking like. Now I am going to take a piece of tape and I'm just going to go ahead and rip that off. We're going to turn this way so it's facing me. And I just use the tape because it's easier for me to open and close with it. And I'm just going to tear off a little. Stick that there. So basically what I'm doing with this is I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here. And I'm just going to stick this down and back just like this. And now I'm going to take it and I'm just going to tear and I'm going to put a piece right here just like this. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull this up a bit. Cut this extra tag off like that. Gonna trim this up. Now we have a lid that opens and closes. But now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a piece of that cardboard and we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure it's the same length. And we're just going to trim it up and we're going to give it an edge. So just take your cardboard and you can make this part as thick as you want. So all we're doing is just cutting it. That way we can give it a little bit of a lip. So now that we have our edge cut off, I'm trying to get stuff nice and even. We're going to go ahead and put a layer of hot glue right across the edge of this. Then we're going to go ahead and stick this directly on. And then we're going to hold this here and let it dry a bit. So once it's glued in place, this is what it should look like. So now you should be able to open and close it. And I'm going to leave mine open. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of cardboard and we're just going to put in a shelf. So you're going to grab a piece of cardboard. And I'll give you the measurement of the top of this. So we're coming in at 7.5 inches long. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my cardboard. And we're just going to go ahead, cut and measure our little shelf that's going to go on the inside. And this is optional. You don't have to put a shelf in if you don't want to. But I am going to add one. And I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue right across the top on all the sides. And we're just going to very carefully stick this in. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue down here just to secure it. And that's what we have so far. And you can put one more shelf if you want to. I am going to. I'm just going to cut off a little more just to make sure it fits. And I'm going to put it, mine's right down in the middle. So over on the side. So we're going to use some hot glue, all sides. Like that. And we're just going to very carefully stick this in place. I'm just going to hold this here until it dries. And this is what you end up with. Now that we have it closed, I'm going to go ahead and take another piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to cut out a little shape. Doesn't matter what shape you cut out. I just went with a little shape, and I'm just going to stick that. Let's just clean it up a bit. That way our edges is not looking crazy. So I just rounded it out. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue directly on the back. Just like this. We're just going to go ahead and stick that down right there. Just like this. So this is what you should have. Now I'm going to take another piece of cardboard, and we're just going to go ahead and cut out a little circle. So we have our little circle here. And now I'm going to take a piece of that skinny stick that we needed earlier. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of it. You're just going to put a little bit of hot glue right in the middle. Stick this right on top of that glue. We're going to bring our freezer back. We're going to stick a little bit of hot glue here. We're going to stick that right down off on there. Just like this. So this is what we have. And here we have our little beads that we have here. And then I'm going to do a little dot of glue here and here. And we're going to go ahead and stick our little beads right directly on there. And this is what you should end up with. This is what it's looking like on the outside. Now, if you want to spray paint this, and I've already did one where I spray painted it black, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that back to end. So here is the one that I did that I spray painted black. And like I was telling you, if you want to spray paint it, you can, any color that you want, but everything in my kitchen is black, so that's why I went with that. And I spray painted the inside of mine's a silver color that you see here. And what I did was I took some Mod Podge. And I put it right in here, and I took my white snow and I sprinkled it on the inside, which gave me the icy look that I was trying to go for. So this is what it looks like up close. And I figured it would be cute to store some of the little mini brands that I have here. These are just some that I picked out that I wanted to display in here. Also, I made a tiny bag of ice. And all I did was cut up a glue stick, and that was it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my little ice in here, and we're just going to go ahead and display this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put the little french fries and all of this stuff in here with the ice cream. I might just use one french fry. So I'm going to put this little bag of french fries in because we need something to store in the freezer. And then we have these little ices. I'm just going to stick that in here. And then we have a little thing of Cool Whip. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, I sometimes keep my refrigerator or my coffee in my freezer because it keeps it fresh. So we're just going to store that coffee down off in here. We got some Breyers ice cream. I'm just gonna put that in here. And then we have bacon. Who don't love bacon? I know I do. So let's just store those 3 packs of bacon in here. Bacon do not last in my house. I am a bacon lover. My husband is not. But that's okay because that means it's more for me. And then we have, let's go ahead and stick our little bitty fries back in here. There we go. And then we have these little TGIF Friday dinners, chicken wings, and well, we got 2 different kinds of chicken wings. And then we have some poppers. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this in here. Let's take the ice out for a minute. And we got pizza bites. Stick that in there. Let's stick the ice right there. And then I'm going to put the coffee here. And we have a little thing of ice cream. Let's stick that there. And then we have our little burritos. And we're just going to go ahead and pop these down off in here. And then we have a little icy slushy drink. I'm just going to pop that in here. So once if you want to display stuff in there, this is what it's going to look like. And you can still close it. Let's lay these down a bit. That way everything closes. And there it is. And here is this is what it's going to look like before you paint it. And this is what it's going to look like after you paint it. And like I said, it depends on what color you want to use. I went with black because everything in my kitchen is black. So, here it is once again, the freezer that we did. Here is the little stove that we did. And here is the freezer that we did. I will also, again, I will say this. I am going to be doing kitchen table with chairs. I am going to be doing a sink with cabinets. And also a little microwave and a dishwasher. That's something that, and then I'll put the whole kitchen together. I probably won't do a video on me putting it together unless that's something y'all want to see. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up. So yeah, here it is. Once again, our little freezer that opens and closes with our little mini brands on the inside. And here is the other one. This is what it's going to look like before you paint it. And once again, all it is just a box. That is it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. Please feel free to share this video with your family and friends. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to become part of my YouTube family. And with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. That really means a lot, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.